Hey everybody, this is the OMAD Dad, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, a channel that is dedicated to living the OMAD lifestyle, or eating one meal a day. Well, today I want to weigh in about weighing in. That's right, I want to talk about the most feared and hated piece of machinery in the entire American household, the scale. Usually on the Facebook OMAD and intermittent fasting message boards, one of the questions that's asked a lot is, how often should I weigh myself? And it probably doesn't help that a lot of the YouTube channels and videos out there run the gamut from everything from you should weigh yourself every day to you should never weigh yourself and everything in between. So I'm going to put my 2 cents in today and explain my reasoning behind the weighing yourself on in the scale. It's a pretty important topic. I mean, we're very results driven here in America and in the Western world, and we want to know that our hard work and sacrifice is paying off. And we want to see some results. We want to see some numbers moving on the scale. Unfortunately, I think that's all we focus on is the numbers on the scale, and they can be pretty unreliable. And one of the main reasons for that is the scale measures your total body mass. You take a standard scale, just an average, you bought it at Lowe's, Home Depot, or any home goods store or anything like that. It measures your total body mass, which is fine, but ultimately it tells you nothing about the makeup within you. And so what I mean by that is it doesn't tell you your body fat percentage. It doesn't tell you your water weight or retention. It doesn't tell you lean muscle mass or bone density or anything. It just tells you your total weight. And when we're talking about losing weight, what we really mean is we want to lose fat. So you need to have a way of tracking to make sure that you're losing an appropriate amount of fat and getting your body fat percentage to a healthier level, and that you're maintaining or slightly gaining a little bit more in muscle mass, and that can have an effect on the overall result on if you're looking at just a big general number on a scale that's just measuring your entire mass. I mean, if we just wanted to lose weight, I could chop off my left leg and I could lose weight, but that's not really healthy and sustainable now, is it? It's stupid. So what we're saying is we want to lose fat. So when it comes to using scales, first of all, I recommend getting a more modern scale, a smart scale. These things can be programmed to interact with your cell phone and your other health apps, and it will tell you what your water percentage is and what you're retaining for water. It'll tell you your lean muscle mass. It'll tell you your body fat percentage. These are all the numbers that you want to know, because often people will say, I don't get it. You know, my first week I lost 8 pounds on OMAD, and then now I've lost maybe a half a pound, and nothing seems to really be moving on the scale. I don't get it. Is it working? Well, it would help to know if your first week or two you lost a lot of water weight and now you're just slowly losing fat, or maybe you've lost 2% of body fat, but you put on 1.5% of lean muscle mass because you're also exercising at the same time. So that's why it's very important to get a smart scale, and you can keep track of it that way, and you can look to see, you really get yourself a clear picture of, you know, what am I losing, what am I gaining, where, you know, really sort of analyze it. I don't have a specific model that I recommend. I don't sell anything. Again, I don't promote anything on this channel. So just do your research. You know, go on Amazon or wherever you like to shop, and you'll find a lot of them. And you can check the reviews out over there and make sure it has the features on it that you want. I can tell you this: when it comes to when I weigh myself, when I was in my weight loss phase, where I was really trying to get to that goal, I weighed myself once every week. And the reason for this is that on a day-to-day basis, your body weight will fluctuate a little bit depending on, as I said before, are you holding and retaining water, what you ate, did you have a slightly bigger meal today versus yesterday or today. So the day-by-day fluctuations are going to occur, and it's just naturally. That's how it happens. And I just can't see myself couldn't see myself weighing myself every single day and keeping track of it like it was the New York Stock Exchange. I really couldn't. I frankly, I had much better things to do. I knew OMAD was working. I knew I was going to stick with the plan. It was sustainable for me. So I weighed myself once a week, and I kind of kept track of it that way. I knew that if this week I was 188 and today I'm 187, that I'm on the right path. I know that it's working. If it didn't work this week, maybe if I went up a pound, I could analyze and say, well, what happened? Did I eat too much? Did I stick religiously to OMAD? And if I did, I have had times where I would say I weighed myself on the same day every week. It was always a Friday, and then sometimes for some reason if it showed a slight increase that day or for that week, and I know I was really good with my OMAD. And some of those weeks I was even doing the OPAD variation. I know that I would try it again on a Saturday, and I would be usually at a loss. So again, those day-by-day fluctuations, you might have just hit it at the wrong time, but I don't recommend weighing yourself any more than once a week. If you can get away with it, I wouldn't weigh yourself for the first even 2 weeks of doing OMAD. I wouldn't even worry about it at all. Just stick to more of getting used to making the habit stick. Getting used to getting through your days of fasting. If you can't get to OMAD right away and you're doing 2 meals a day, focus on that and focus on lowering your windows. You can give it a good solid 2 weeks. Don't look at the scale. Don't even think about it. And then weigh yourself. And you're going to see a loss. I can guarantee you're going to see a loss. From then on, if you want to keep track of your weight loss until you hit your goal, doing it once a week there's nothing wrong with that. I think anything more than that's a little bit too obsessive. And it's this mindset that if you just you can beat yourself up over those numbers that are on the scale, even if you're using a smart scale. You really can end up beating yourself up over something that you really don't have too much control over. You know that if you're sticking to OMAD, you know you're on your plan, you know if you're eating right, you know it's going to work, and you're going to have to give it time. You didn't get overweight overnight. You're not going to lose 40, 50 pounds or more overnight either. You have to give it some time. So that's why I would only weigh myself once a week. I could not see myself weighing every single day and logging it and tracking it. That's the same. I did something similar to that crap when I was counting my calories and entering every little thing into an app that I ate and trying to weigh things meticulously. I don't have that sort of time. It's not sustainable for me, and to me that's not living. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I hope that was a very helpful. I hope you find the right scale. Again, I think. And I'll say this too before I leave. I think it's a very good idea to go by how your clothes fit, the inches, measure your waist, measure your hips and your arms, see and keep track of that, see if you're losing weight. But you're using it more as a motivator, just to kind of an overall picture. The bottom line is we're trying to get to a lifestyle that's sustainable. It helps us get to the goal weight that we want to get to in a reasonable amount of time. That's safe and sustainable for the long haul. And OMAD ticks all of those bells. So you have to give it some time. I do promise you really great things. That is my 2 cents on when I should weigh myself. I'd love to hear your opinion. I'd love to hear what you think about it. How often do you weigh yourself? How do you feel about that piece of shit called the scale? Do you have a smart scale? Is there one that you particularly like? And yeah, thank you. We have a big truck just going by, of course. So that is all for me today. I hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoy your OMAD, and I hope it's working well for you. And I will be seeing you guys very, very soon. So have a great day. Happy OMAD, and take care.